Beautiful, beautiful Munster, star of my old fade away. I sigh when I think of young Munster, with whom I played many a game. You had bows in red, you had UCC, carry on with the boys in blue. You had Sundays Welsh, so it's hard to tell what the Dolphin boys would do. You had Consol White, made a right good fight when the final whistle blew. But they all gave it up for the Bateman Cup to the boys of the Yellow Road. So cheer for your own 15 with a black and amber blue. We're so won't keep and we'll always be with the boys of the Yellow Road. You walk to the you watch the lads go out and train. She'll make an old man about 60 play the game over again. Oh, beautiful, beautiful Munsters, star of my old fade away. I sigh when I think of young Munsters, with whom I played many a game.
Listen, what we're trying to find out is, how many do you think will travel? Do you really think that there's going to be that big a demand for tickets from Limerick?
From Limerick and the surrounding areas, Cork, Kerry, north of Ireland, Dublin, you'll have about 6,000 people extra out outside St Mary's. That is definite. And it's my prediction that they will cancel the match. They will cancel the match for another week to give St Mary's a chance to get their grounds ready. And Munsters will be ready too. Tony Grant has done a great job with the lads, and they should take down the present monument when he wins it and place him on top of it. That's all. Good luck to you.
Austin, just why do you think there's so much support? I mean, if people in Dublin were watching this, how would you explain where fellas have come from? Now, there won't be just 7,000 from Munster, there'll be fellas from Garryowen and everywhere else going up. Why?
Limerick is famous for sport. Very famous. No matter what sport we have here in Limerick, it's well supported. But young Munster especially, the history is there. We came from lanes, we came from cities, we came from roads. We have them everywhere. They'll be coming from New York, New Jersey, no matter where, we'll be there.
And what do you think of the argument that safety is important, that there's 2,750 is exactly half the amount of tickets in the ground? Do you not think that they've been fair in the distribution of tickets, first of all, and that there isn't a question about safety?
I have to admit personally that you have to give St Mary's credit for their allocation of tickets. But I think if they gave the people more notice, that the people of Limerick would have been prepared better. They're very disappointed with what has taken place.
John, do you think that it's a conflict of interest for a public official like yourself, a member of a state-sponsored body, to be so blatantly in favour of young Munsters?
Well, everybody is entitled to do what they like in their spare time.
What's the travel arrangements been made? Is there going to be a big demand for seats on buses and the trains?
Yes, well, the bus arrangement consists of groups organising buses and going on buses. And the problem with the late announcement of the ticket situation is that if you have 20 people on a bus who have got tickets, and you have 30 people who haven't got tickets, what are you going to do? Do they cancel the whole bus? Well, that's just a practicality. I mean, people have to be concerned about safety, and we would be very conscious of that. There are a number of special trains going to the match, and already arrangements are being made to transport the people from the station out to the field. So it's the lateness. I think Austin put his finger on it. There's nobody complaining about the need to restrict the crowd. It's the fact that you find out about it and Thursday morning it's turned the whole thing into chaos. Because good planning involves thinking ahead, and maybe people should have thought ahead. It was obvious 3 weeks ago that this could have happened, and I think the club has been very fair in their pronouncements on it as well.
Well, this is the actual ball that was used in the Munster Cup final in the Market Field. The first cup you Munster ever won, the big Cork Con, and actually my uncle plays come half on the same day. And I located it a couple of months ago because, as you probably know, I have built a museum on the side of my house and I have stored a lot of jerseys, footballs, and this now is one of the mementos.
Tell me, are you a bit disappointed or bitter about the fact that there's a restriction on the tickets, or do you think that any place else could be considered, for example, Lansdowne Road?
Yes, well, I can't see, as regards the Irish match on next Saturday, I can't see why they can't play the match in Lansdowne Road on Saturday. Because the pitch is dry and they cannot accommodate the crowd, so I think that it has no bearing. If not, they should switch it to either Musgrave Park or Toomey Park if that comes down to that. Because I think at the moment it has taken the damper off the match. The boys were all the morale has gone down and we're all worried, we're waiting for radio and television. I don't think rugby isn't worth all that at all. The All-Ireland League, yeah, but the players are nervous and they're tensed up, and if rugby is going to be like that, I don't want any part of it.
Very good. What about yourself?
I think myself that St Mary's waited till the very last minute to put in what we call it the cliffhanger into it. There seems to be a bit of build-up between Young Munsters and St Mary's over Young Munsters beating them last year. It continued on the paper for 8 or 9 weeks and continued with other teams from the Dublin side again even after that. They just don't like the Limerick team from the St Mary's point of view. But now St Mary's waited 2 days before the match to actually say you're not entitled to go Young Munsters. And St Mary's were down here and they saw the crowd that follows Young Munster. When Young Munsters go out to play a friendly match, there's often 200 or 300 going away just to see a friendly match.
I want to speak about where the venue is or when it's played. I'd just like to say something about the match whenever it's played, that I have no doubt that there's only going to be one victors at the end of the day. That'll be Young Munsters. We deserve it. We'll bring the league trophy back to Tom Clifford Park in Greenfields, whether we play it in Lansdowne Road, Croke Park or Musgrave Park.
My blood will and I get the one. Lads, we're taking off shortly. And don't forget, not alone the All-Ireland League, we'll be going for the Munster Cup as well. Just to wrap it up.
You're getting greedy.
Don't forget the Web Cup.
There'll be a lot of families going up, won't there? There'll be a lot of women going up. There'll be, apart from the lads who'll be supporting in the sport, so there'll be a lot of... it's a family occasion, isn't it?
It always is at any match Young Munsters play, no matter where in Ireland, it always is a family day out, you know? So, hopefully we'll all be up there in family, you know, in strength, we'll say.
What do you think about the fact that it's up there on Valentine's weekend?
Well, I'll put it to you like this. I was to go for a hospital visit on Monday and I cancelled it. And I'm going tomorrow instead, so I'll be up there for Saturday, we'll say, you know, so we have to get our priorities right.
Very good,
Match ready now, and the fans turned out for that too. But the players had their minds on only one thing, the match against St Mary's. And as they went through their paces from line out to scrum, they were fine-tuning their technique for the big game. And all players afterwards were pronounced fit and ready.
We have a great respect for St Mary's, but that's as far as it goes. We're going up there with the intention to try and win this match. And we've prepared well for it. And we're not going to let this one slip.
Mr. President is here to see you. Go, get the man to the camera. Hello there. Hello, Julux. Come on a while, boys.